Oh, Mother Saint James, especially those enemies who hate me. Obstacles who harm me and those great obstacles on my path to liberation of nations. May they experience happiness be separate from suffering. And the civil ways to let them in the still ones are past perfect complete precious Buddhahood. Oh, Mother Saint James, especially those enemies who hate me. Obstacles who harm me and those great obstacles on my path to liberation of nations. May the experience of happiness be separate from suffering and safely always to reach them in the still one surpass perfect company the precious Buddhahood. Da la dan var se be da no bar se be ge tar ba dan dam jen jen be la bar de ju bar se ba dam je je zo se be ma nam ga dan nyam be sen jen dan je de wa dan de dong ara dan ra nyor de la na me ba yang da bar zo be san jo rum bo je do bar za thus under achieving light dreaming, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. From no under death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. From no under this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in kind rule Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of Yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sangha. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas and Dakinis and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Enter I attain the heart of enlightenment. I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and the likewise in the example of the Bodhisattvas. As a previous Buddhas invested in enlightened mind and progress on the Bodhisattva's path. I too, for the benefit of our sentient beings, giving birth to Bodhicitta and apply myself to complete each stage of path. In the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha most excellent. I take refuge unto enlightenment rich by the merit of Janarasri and other good deeds. May I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have a happiness and the causes of a happiness. May they be liberated from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. I bow down respectfully with my body, speech, and faithful mind to all Tathangatas in the 10 directions. Those who have already reaching the Tathagata state, those who are reaching it at the present, and those Tathagata state to come. Through the power of Samanta Buddha's prayers, may all Buddhas manifest vividly in my mind. I posted to them, multiply in my body as many times as there are atoms of the earth. In each atom I visualize as many Buddhas as there are atoms, surrounded by countless Bodhisattvas. Thus all space is filled with Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through manifesting, chanting, expressing the great ocean of the excellent qualities. To all Buddhas, I make offerings of arrows, pure flowers, flower garlands of mystic anointing oils, manifesting like any fragrant incense. I make offerings to them of fine garment, perform the popero, pour the high as a momeru, and arrange the most beautiful way. I visualize the highest and most extensive offerings and offer them with great faith to all Buddhas. I posted to Buddhas and make offering to them following the deeds of the great Bodhisattva Samantabhadra. I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I have committed due to the power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of all Buddhas and the 10 directions of the great Bodhisattva and the Pakika Buddhas. Those who have attained Aharaship, those who have entered the path of Aharash and all other beings. I request to all great protectors of Buddhas to turn the highest way of Dharma as the light dispelling the darkness of beings in the 10 directions and leading them gradually to the enlightened states. Supplicate those Buddhas intend to pass into Parinavana to living long for as many eons as there are atoms of the earth in order to benefit all beings. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying for the sake of the enlightenment of our sentient beings. All this I dedicate. The ground is sprinkling with the scented water and strewed with the flowers. It is adorned with the Meru, the spring mountain, the four continents, and the sun and the moon. As Buddha Pharaoh for it, may all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha first. To the lamas who possess the three kayas, I offer order in on the sacred offerings, with my body worth and all that is visible. Please grant me the supreme realization and enlightenment, whatever merit I have gathered through postations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying. For the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Om Guru Renamendra Puzamanga Samandra Savara Samaya Om. I call refuge on the name of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor Vajradhara. Widow adopted, avoid the feet of Father Jikti Songong. Continue laughing with no one but you. Compassionate one grant your blessings. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize unlimited nature of mind. Please turn the way of Dharma of the two-way hackers and the combination according to this disposition and likewise the mental capacity of sentient beings. Page 32. Manjushri, long press to Manjushri. His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of clouds of two ways, and pervasive with the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart. He has a compassion for beings who suffer from the darkness of ignorance and the prison of samsara, as a father for only son. Like a thunderclap, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma through 60 branch of Haramana's speech. He wears the wisdom sword to cut the settling of suffering to dispel darkness of confusion. And the Buddhist our form is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels and perfect in the body of all knowledge. I supplicate you, Manjushri, adorned by the 112 Son of Buddha, to dispel darkness of ignorance. Om Wange Shoramo, 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 Om Wange Shoramo. Om Wange Shoramo, 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 Om Wange Shoramo. Om Wange Shoramo, Om Arapatsanade, Om Arapatsanade, Om Arapatsanade, Om Arapatsanade, Om Arapatsanade, Om Arapatsanade. You who are the perfect, youthful body, whose flame of wisdom blazes, and dispel darkness of worldly ignorance, I paused before you and praise you, Manjushri. Tangke tuje shaje reisen tong yin je me de de je bun jong ba ser je lembo ta vre ji pe ke shaje ja be sha la zor wan de do jen jan jen de lo na ro dang mar ba na la ji je gang bo ba Hamo Japa Jarwan de Gombe Gaju Lama Namla Zorwan de Romain Jija Yanja Bodane de Zom Sanje Kenja Ngowonye Ransan Chika Ngonson Donzebe Sabe Lama Jal Zorwan de Good morning, everyone. Okay, so today, Bodhicitta, yeah? I think so, Bodhicitta. So, we are in the stage of meditation, waking the mind. First chapter, how to meditate on the four thoughts that turn the mind. Second chapter, how to meditate on love. third chapter, how to meditate on compassion. So then last week we talked about compassion, meditation. Then when you meditate compassion, so there's three different levels where the meditators meditate compassion. So that's we last week we talked the how to meditate, practice more how to meditate, and then this another level of meditation compassion is in the Essence of Mahayana book. Here also talk about how meditation, compassion, love, bodhicitta. So here bodhicitta is more instinctively talk about bodhicitta in this book. So that's why I recommend you and to read this stage of meditation, the bodhicitta vows, starting page 60. Actually, if you have the book, page 60, they're starting bodhicitta vow. So then when you're going to receive the bodhicitta vows, so you have to create, practice, meditate love and compassion. Then so the meditation, love, compassion, we already talked in the stage of meditation. So then a main point is, so when you meditate, they have I just told you the three different aspects use the meditators too. So that is actually followed by individual level, depending on your, practice levels follow. So we meditate once has cultivate mind of love and affection for sentient beings. So one looks at the present state of being plagued by suffering. So this I'm using in this from the Essence of Mahayana. So I'm going back to easy in the stage of meditation. Just I share with you from here short information for you. These three different aspects compassion meditation. So. And one longs for them to be free from all their suffering. This is a great compassion that arises automatically. The stage of categories of compassion are as follows. So three different level compassion follows. The compassion that focuses on sentient beings refer to the recognition that all mother sentient beings are suffering and longing for them to be relieved of their suffering. So that section we shared more intensely in the stage of meditation. We use that part meditate because we look all this our mothers stuck in samsara suffering. So recognize that we wishing them free from suffering. So we cultivate different realms and meditate. So that is like for more for beginner practitioners. We, beginner meditator, compassion meditators have to use the looking to other beings. They have to seeing, recognize the suffering. So we longing, wishing them free from suffering. So that is the compassion is looking for other beings. Sentient beings refer to the recognition that mother sentient beings are suffering and the longing for them to relieve their suffering. Then the compassion that focus on the true nature. So this is the meditators. If you have, see, practice meditate, absolute truth bodhicitta. So absolute truth bodhicitta, we can, long as you have a relative truth bodhicitta, then your shamatha, vipassana, completion stage or this meditation is called absolute truth bodhicitta practice and meditation. And just follow by two different ways, like, method and wisdom. Method is relative to the bodhicitta. Wisdom is absolute to the bodhicitta. So all teaching is just bring subsumed into the bodhicitta. Then we create like two categories. Bodhicitta has two categories: relative to the bodhicitta, absolute to the bodhicitta. Absolute to the bodhicitta is meditate and realize nature. So first step is we have to cultivate relative to the bodhicitta. So you love meditation, compassion meditation, and looking to all these sentient beings, recognize the suffering, wishing them free from suffering is part of relative to the bodhicitta. So there are also causes of relative to bodhicitta too. Then that section I just share is like more beginner level to meditators. Then someone who has more wisdom teaching about emptiness, someone meditated shamatha, vipassana, completion stage, Mahamudra, Dzogchen. So then that person how to cultivate the love and the compassion this way. The compassion that focus on sentient beings another one. The compassion that focus on the true nature refers to the recognition that sentient beings are ignorant and confused about the law of karma, cause and effect. So we look to sentient beings. This is not really particular specifically someone suffering. Just you see all these samsaric beings, lack of wisdom due to ignorance. They don't know the cause and the effect. Due to that, they create the causes of suffering. So that means like not really specifically someone suffering. So it can be thinking about the president, kings, generals, and who has the power, material things. Like many in the world really successful, these guys, beings, are create causes of suffering because no any wisdom, because they don't know the cause and the effect. So then you use this part, it comes compassion to them, not only someone suffering. Someone suffering is have a result, is a suffering. So this is kind of more like you see the who create the causes of suffering, comes compassion to them. We recognize because these beings don't know the cause and the effect. That's why they create the causes of suffering due to ignorance. Long as you recognize that, then you really arise compassion to the presidents. They are the most object of compassion. And then who has like high level power and use that power and then create the causes of suffering others. So that kind of beings, you see them, what they're doing wrong things, arise compassion to them. So they're able, see these beings don't know the law of karma, cause and effect, and the intention to work for their benefit. So then you really wanted to help them, wanted to benefit them. They don't recognize true nature, cause and effect. Just kind of like they don't recognize relative truth, cause and effect. Then that's why they create the causes of suffering. You see that, you arise compassion to them. So the different object we using meditators. And the beginners think about it. So not easy to arise compassion to the president. Everyone wanted that seat. So no one compassion to this company, the CEO or something higher level positions. No one has a compassion to them. And so then no one has a compassion like this different secretaries and like who has money, who has a power, who has material gains, or the just worldly successful business many ways. No one has a compassion to them. Generally, regular, our perception, because we know easy to arise compassion to them. Very easy to arise compassion to someone suffering. So that's the reason. First part is like we cultivate looking for who's suffering, who are suffering. We cultivate, meditate, hair realms, hungry ghosts, animal realms, human beings. Then jealousy gods and gods and use 6 realms. We cultivate and their suffering, meditate. Then this one is like with compassion to this who has a worldly, power, and who has that person, people, they create the causes of suffering. You arise compassion to them. Then the highest level of compassion is the compassion beyond focal point. This is like who realize the true nature. So then that is the compassion beyond focal point. This section meditation is compassion is come from in the I talk lots in the Vipassana section. Vipassana, we have 2 different sections. In Vipassana, rest in mind, the section. So we have to use like, method, wisdom together, bring the compassion and meditate the Vipassana. So that person has the 3rd level of meditation, compassion object. I mean, the beyond the object. So here, the compassion beyond focal point refer to the level of compassion that comes with realization that there is no inherently exist duality of subject and object. In this context, we are referring to the first stage of cultivation of compassion. So the book teaching is referring to meditation is first level. We look to who are suffering, wishing them free from suffering. But these last 2, especially the last one, not cultivate meditation part. So when you meditate Mahamudra, then you realize your true nature, arise compassion for other beings. Because they don't recognize the true nature, due to that endless suffering in samsara, you really recognize, you seeing that, and then arise compassion for everyone, equanimity. So that's 3 different levels we have to follow the compassion meditation. Okay, so that's the I share from this essence of Mahayana. And the last way we talked about compassion meditation. So now the last way we talked about the compassion is the first level step meditations. Then of course is when you go to study and practice more, even you don't focus with the hair realms, hungry ghosts, arise compassion different ways due to your practice. So causes of your practice arise compassion. That compassion is this 2nd level and the 3rd level. So now we go to the bodhicitta, how to meditate in bodhicitta. So bodhicitta is also very beautiful in this essence of Mahayana. So essence of Mahayana root text is page 66 says it arises from causes being innately present and being further cultivated. So this bodhicitta arises from causes. Lots of causes. The bodhicitta is arise. There not only one causes. Usually mention about 4 causes, but that is just main causes. Of course, and the branch causes is many there. We need many causes. So the main causes, they talk about 4 different causes. So here I share with you a little bit from here, this stage of meditation, the essence of Mahayana. This root text explain why is still on the level of an ordinary sentient being. If someone has an undistracted and naturally easygoing mind, so which kind of person can receive the bodhicitta vows? That is the here is mentioned about. So why is still on the level in ordinary sentient being? So we are ordinary sentient beings. Then if someone has an undistracted, and naturally easygoing mind, so who has easygoing mind, there can receive bodhicitta vows. If not easygoing, then not possible to receive bodhisattva vows. Easygoing mind with uncorrupted integrity and natural great compassion for others, then person has naturally compassion for others, and mind is not just kind of like rough or no compassion. Some people don't have much compassion, easily yelling for others, easily can kill the animals, others, harm to others easily. So that kind of person not they're not easy to arise bodhicitta for that kind of person. So that's why someone naturally compassion for others. This is known as the cause being innately present. However, just having this innate quality is not enough. Bodhicitta must be further cultivated through 4 causes. So then, even that is not enough. So you have that kind of naturally compassion for others, easygoing. You're not really like to harming for other beings, wanted to help for other beings. That is the first, person's kind of a personality. We need that kind of person for who going to receive bodhicitta. Then, if who has that, but then that's also not enough too. Still, that not enough. Then what do they need? And need 4 causes. 4 causes is we have to create accumulation of merit. Then we have to take extraordinary refuge. Then we have to cultivate in the 4 measurables. Then we have to seeing the Lama is Buddha, the receiving the Bodhisattva, that teacher is seeing the same as the Buddha. So that 4 causes have to come together when you going to receive the bodhicitta vow, and then become this Bodhisattva practice is successful, really going to benefit for us. Okay, so now we go to instead your meditation book, page 36. How to meditate on bodhicitta. Third is the meditation of bodhicitta. So as an antidote to our ignorance regarding the way to attain Buddhahood. So we practice all the phases of bodhicitta. We wanted to become Buddha, but we don't know how to get Buddhahood. So this bodhicitta is antidote to ignorance. This bodhicitta is taking us to the Buddhahood. So the main point is here is without bodhicitta, we can not possible to become Buddha. So that's the reason this bodhicitta is antidote to our ignorance. Then this bodhicitta, regarding the way to attain Buddhahood. So that's the reason we have to practice all the phases of bodhicitta. Bodhicitta has different levels of bodhicitta. So we have to practice, followed by our individual capacity level. We have to practice different kind of levels of bodhicitta. If we do this, confused projections arise as wisdom. If we practice bodhicitta, then all the confusion project are become arise to wisdom. It's become bodhicitta. So then bodhicitta has two categories. So that's we already shared many times. Has two categories: relative truth and ultimate truth. Relative and ultimate. So all the Buddha's teaching is subsumed into these two categories: relative and ultimate bodhicitta. So first, I will explain relative truth bodhicitta. Relative truth bodhicitta consists of aspiring and engaging bodhicitta. So now this relative truth bodhicitta has two categories too. It's called aspiring bodhicitta and engaging bodhicitta. So that both are relative to the bodhicitta. Here is more, this teaching is a focus for relative to the bodhicitta. We talk about how to receive the bodhicitta, how do we create the bodhicitta, arise our mind. So that's all is focused for relative to the bodhicitta. Because we talk about the four causes of the bodhicitta. That's all part of the relative to the bodhicitta. So first, see, aspiring bodhicitta refer to the aspiration that aims to bring all sentient beings to the state of Buddhahood. Aspiring bodhicitta is intention, just good intention. Good intention is we wanted to bring all sentient beings to state of Buddhahood. We wanted to take every sentient beings taken to the Buddhahood. It's like the desire to go somewhere. It is a commitment to the result. So aspiring is wanting, not yet action. So aspiring means I want benefit all this, my mother, sentient beings, suffering in samsara, wanted to benefit, wanted to help them liberating. So that kind of wishing, wanting, and good intention is called aspiring bodhicitta. So same is like some desire to go somewhere. You really wanted to go somewhere. Means like where you stay, there has disasters, like think about the natural disasters. You see where you stay is coming disaster, natural disasters, like you cannot stay there. You really see that, recognize, you really wanted to go somewhere, safe place. And who is with you in your area, everyone want you take to other, safe place. So that kind of, wanting desire is called aspiring bodhicitta. So we really see the samsara is a suffering, and all this our mother beings suffering in samsara. We really truly wanted to help them, and wanted to take to the liberation. So that kind, desire is called aspiring bodhicitta. Then aspiring bodhicitta is just you wanting to do something, good things. Wanted to benefit yourself, wanted to benefit others. Wanted to benefit yourself is not the samsaric benefit. Wanted to benefit yourself is like really you wanted to benefit, for liberating something for your future life and follow the spiritual. So that kind, you wanting something yourself, you wanting some for others. So that is called aspiring bodhicitta. Not aspiring bodhicitta, just you wanted to get something good things happening, you yourself wishing, and you just wishing your neighbors, your friends, your loved ones wanted to have happiness, get a job, or find a good place to stay, and that not that kind of content here. It's always a part is the spiritual, and it's virtuous deeds like benefit for future, taking to the causes of Buddhahood. So that kind of desire is called the aspiring bodhicitta. So we can count today also. You come to join the Zoom meeting here. That's also have aspiring bodhicitta too, because when you know this stage of meditation teaching is coming, and I wanted to receive that teaching, I wanted to join, I want to receive. So that is called aspiring bodhicitta. And then every day, before join the Zoom, and whatever you're doing preparations, wanting, that's always part of aspiring bodhicitta. So now you are in the Zoom, you're listening, teaching, cultivating. That is called engaging bodhicitta. So each practice has aspiring and engaging bodhicitta. So first, of course, the beginner have to receive the bodhisattva vows. So that kind of person must have to have this good intention, aspiring, and then receive the bodhicitta vow, and then whatever the people doing, activity, dharma is called engaging bodhicitta. So now then also for our case, we have already bodhisattva vow, we already talk from the guru's teachers. So now we have the bodhicitta vow, and then every morning we referred or refreshing, and practice bodhicitta again, cultivate again, and during, so then due to that our case, we wanting something, practice dharma is called aspiring, part of aspiring bodhicitta, and you doing that is called engaging bodhicitta. So that's the reason. So you wanted to receive this teaching is in aspiring bodhicitta. Now you are in the teaching is called engaging bodhicitta. Then engaging bodhicitta refer to the, okay, it is, sorry, this one is important. It is a commitment to the result. So these two, engaging bodhicitta, aspiring bodhicitta, has the commitment, two different commitment. The aspiring is a commitment to the Buddha. I want Buddha. I want this beings take to the Buddhahood. So that's a commitment Buddha is result. Yeah, commitment to the result. Then engaging is a commitment to the cause. Commitment to the cause because you create that cause. So you wanting the result, then you have to create the cause. So that's why engaging bodhicitta is commitment to the cost. Engaging bodhicitta refer to the actual application of bodhisattva precepts and everything to which we apply ourselves. Accomplishment of enlightenment is like actually sitting out on our journey, commitment to the cause itself. So this engaging bodhicitta is the same as we are on the path. So, you know, it's like actually sitting out on our journey because we wanted that result, then we are on the journey. We are engaging and create that cause. So you want to receive the stage of meditation teaching. So now you are in this teaching. So like that, we want Buddhahood aspiring. The engaging is we create the causes of the Buddha, means practice, 6 paramita. It's become engaging bodhicitta. It's like actually sitting out on our journey. It is a commitment to the cause itself. So that is a commitment to the cause. Arising from this bodhicitta, cultivation has 3 phases preliminary. Me and concluding. The preliminary phase in the saramane or ritual practice follows. So some, you know, teaching that just shared when we share the teaching about the bodhicitta is only this aspiring bodhicitta, engaging bodhicitta, this shared that two teaching. In this stage of meditation, not only that teaching, then someone wanted to receive bodhicitta vavo, and then how to receive bodhicitta vavo, that information is here. So then also we receive actually every day, you can receive every day bodhicitta vavo yourself. That's the reason we chant every morning, practice, we have these opening prayers. So now, this one has a preliminary practice. So preliminary practice is what we have to do is seeing your Lama has the actual Buddha in person, offer the 7 branch prayers. This part is we already talked in the, just I mentioned about a little short bit, very short way in the essence of Mahayana. So this has like bodhicitta has causes accumulation of merit. We have to create accumulation merit, follow the 7 branches prayer. Then extraordinary refuge, taking refuge. Refuge also required to who going to receive bodhicitta. And then also cultivate the 4 measurables. So then seeing the Lama as a Buddha. So that is the most important part. Like when we receive the Bodhisattva vavo, the teacher is like visualize seeing is Buddha. Some ways it's hard to think that, but some ways easy because we visualize ourselves as a Buddha too. So then you can, you know, seeing the Lama is Buddha is easy. If you can, long as you can meditate like yourself is Buddha. So seeing the Lama is Buddha means like you thinking about, okay, I'm receiving this Bodhisattva vows from Chinrezig, compassion Buddha directly. So that kind of you have to think and change mind and think precepts. So seeing your Lama as the actual Buddha in person, then we have to offer the 7 branch prayers. So the second course is create accumulation merit. First, of course, we have to seeing the teacher is Buddha, and then we have to create accumulation merit. Accumulation merit is the second course. This gather the referential accumulation of merit, then rest naturally for a time in the non-conceptual states. So we have to follow 2 different accumulation merit. So accumulation merit is, first one is offer the 7 branch prayer. This gather the referential accumulation of merit. That is first merit. Then the rest naturally for a time in the non-conceptual states. So that is called this gather the non-referential accumulation of wisdom. 2 different kind of accumulation merit. That's both are in here. It's very important words. This often this 2 accumulation merit in the prayer always has. So you have to recognize what means 2 accumulation merit. So first one is a relative truly actually create accumulation merit. Second is like absolute truly create accumulation merit. So second is kind of more follow the meditation, resting mind, recognize true nature. That's also create accumulation merit is wisdom. So then first one is we chant the prayer every day. So that is the first part is like we create accumulation, merit. So that's followed by 7 branch prayers too. The 7 branch prayer also very important, but I know here mostly no 7 branch prayer. I'm just wanted to share with you short information. So these 7 branches, main important is create accumulation merit and purify our obscurations. So then this talk about the branches. When you practice a Yedam deity, so in the Yedam deity sadhana always has these 7 branch prayers. Then these 7 branch prayers, outer level 7 branch prayers, inner level 7 branch prayers, sacred level 7 branches prayers. So different levels they has. One of the sadhana is Buddha Amitabha sadhana. It's a longer one, so that is not in our deity yoga sadhana. It's a little bit longer than that. It's Gajino Buchi created that book has different levels. These 7 branch prayers. Mostly we chant auto level 7 branch prayers. In today, this morning, in the beginning, we chant the 7 branch prayer. That is followed by auto level 7 branch prayers. Then, of course, the not only prayers, depending individual. So individual level, like you chant auto level 7 branches, you use that prayers, you practicing auto inner secret level. If someone who has realized absolute truth, so that these prayers taken to the auto inner secret level practice meditation. But prayer also itself has also auto inner secret level. Then also individual practitioners, the auto level prayer is taken to the inner level is taken to the secret level. So even no separate, but whatever they use is they're going to use like one. That is due to the individual practitioner level. So the main point, the 7 branch prayer is antidote to our, emotions and create accumulation merit. So the first one is prostration. So we do the prostration. You can physically prostration, you can mentally prostrate. If you physically do the prostration, then you have to follow, like here, forehead, and throat and heart, join your, hang like this way. And then all the way you can put, ground. And for prostration, the half prostration, they have two different. We do the 100,000 prostration is preliminary practice. The require is for 4 prostrations. And then sometimes in the temple, we do the half prostrations. So it's depending, like due to the space, due to your conditions. And in the temple, you can do half prostration, 4 prostration, either is okay. And so sometimes we see our gurus and we do the prostration. You can do half prostration, you can do 4 prostrations. But when we do the 100,000 times prostration, require is 4 prostrations. That's much better and more engaging. We put in more effort. So you put more effort, then you purify karma more. So that's the reason require 4 prostration. And then that prostration is we have to think about spiritual level, not the just worldly understanding. Worldly understanding is prostration is like not really great, because due to the equal right, to talk about the equal right, and why we have to do prostrate for someone, for human beings to human beings. So not easy to, like someone who don't have spiritual thinking, is not that easy. The prostration is. Then in Asia, of course, like due to the culture and already you seeing when you was young kids, it's that no difficulty. The prostration is like kind of normal for, student prostration to teacher, practitioners prostration to the statues, stupas, and holy object. So everything is normal for them. But in the Westerner, maybe some people who don't have spiritual, then prostration, they don't see the correct, but that means like they don't understand the spiritual level, spiritual way. So spiritual way is like prostration is not we are pushing down ourselves. Prostration is like we subduing our egos, emotions, and bring our qualities to us, bring quality to us. So when you go down and 5 point touch to the ground to prostration is subduing 5 afflictive emotions. And when you get up, your hand bring the qualities like Buddha qualities into yourself. So we create ourselves to become Buddha. Prostration means. Then also you prostration to the gurus, teachers. The teachers, gurus, they don't get benefit anything, but truly we can get benefit because we purify our ego and emotions, create accumulation merit to use special object, and we create a special method. It's called special method. So then prostration after that, we call making offerings. So then you can offering is flowers, good things, many different kind of offerings. In the temple, you can see we use the 7 bowls offerings. So this all is a method, offering is a method, antidote to our desire and attachment. Is reduce our self-grasping, create accumulation merit. So if you know all the good condition, samsara good condition, nirvana, where is come from due to the accumulation merit. Someone who don't have accumulation merit enough, then in the samsara also and hard and difficult life, and then the person never ever get connect with the dharma. So due to not enough accumulation merit, that's the reason we create accumulation merit. Is accumulation merit bring the powers, so wishing everything is become successful, doing things is become go the right path. So making offerings, then confession of wrongdoing. So we confessing wrongdoing is thinking about negative deeds. So negative result is suffering. We want free from suffering. So that's the reason we wanting suffering is not enough. We have to remove the cause. So what is the causes of suffering is negative deeds. So then, we do the confession is also special method, remove the unbeginningless time until our negative deeds. So use this practice, confession is method, wrongdoing, purify. Then we also have to think not only our negative deeds is going to confession, we have to thinking about my mother sentient beings. So we talk about in the love meditation, compassion meditation, recognize these beings suffering in samsara, our mothers. So we wanted to help them, then we have to do something. What are we going to do? We confessing their negativity, representative for them. So because engaging bodhicitta, we don't engaging. Then that's the reason when we chant the Yidam deity practice, use this 7 branch prayer, the Yidam deity is the power of object, and the prayer is the power of antidote. Dharma is the power of antidote. Then regret. So regret or see our mother beings stuck in samsara due to negative deeds. So we regret for them, regret what they did, and regret ourselves. And then that is the power of regret. Then power of commitment. So future wishing never happen like that, negative conditions. So that way 4 powers, bring 4 powers together, and we confessing when we chant the 7 branch prayer. So it's a special method, or this 7 branch is called special method. Everything is followed by your mentally. Yeah, you can practice. That's the reason everyone has the opportunity to practice this. Everyone can have opportunity create accumulation merit. Everyone has opportunity purify our negative karma. So use this special method. Then 4th is rejoicing in the merit of others. So there's also bring the good, like merit for us, like connections for others too. Because someone doing merit, we need to rejoice rather than we call it's jealousy. So rejoice is antidote to jealousy. And we meditate, practice rejoicing for, just cultivate someone where they're doing good things. You bring the all your mind and meditate, practice rejoicing. antidote to our jealousy. Then that's also, we receive the others doing good things, we receive that benefit too. So that helps for that person too. So you rejoice that person's merit, that person's doing activity is become increasing. And then, of course, benefit yourself, remove our jealousy, and benefit ourselves and benefit for others. Recosting Dharma teaching. So fifth is recosting Dharma teaching. So that's a recosting, like where is no Dharma, then we create a Dharma in there. So that is a part of the recosting Dharma, especially in the here in the Western country. I mean the like Western, like everywhere here, not where is no Dharma, we use something our power, or we just try to much what we can do and to create the Dharma in the where is no Dharma. That is more benefit than where is the Dharma. So example, you create a temple, something in the Dharma, in the where is the Dharma, like many monasteries. Then you also build the monastery there, create something that is not really much benefit. So you create the temple, Dharma center, monastery, somewhere else, no Dharma. So that is more benefit, more powerful. That is a part of the recosting Dharma teachings. So like you go to like somewhere else, like in the thing about where you live, your Dharma center, many Dharmas there. But then you go to somewhere else, no any Dharmas, you starting something Dharma there, and bring the teacher and the shared Dharma, starting Dharma there. That is the more benefit for others. So that is part of recosting Dharma teachings. So then recosting Buddha to remain in the world end. So we recosting, our supplication to the long life for spiritual teachers, and stay longer, benefit for others more. That's also actually good for our life too. Is we remove our life obscurations. It's using special method. As long as you have a good intention, use this 7 branch drawing for others, but bring benefit to naturally for the person who doing that. So that's why requesting Buddha to remain in the world. Sometimes most people think chant the long life prayers, doing things, is really thinking about the benefit to that person, teacher, but that also not exactly like that correct. We use that, our spiritual requesting stay longer, chant the long life prayers. So that doing that, or using that, object is our spiritual teacher, that bring, benefit is, of course, our life obstacle also removed. And thinking about our spiritual teacher, then you do the practice that really benefit, remove our life obscuration, and then due to our devotion, due to your practice, that condition create spiritual teacher also stay longer, remain in the more longer life and benefit for others. So this all has become conditions together. Then number 7 is a dedication for Mary for more complete discussions. Dedication. So dedication. The seventh is dedication. Whatever we do is like dedicating for sharing merit is for others. So that's used for the 7 branch prayer. People who are going to meditate, Vipassana, Shamatha also use these 7 branch prayers. And who are going to receive the refuge vow, bodhicitta vow, empowerment, always require 7 branch prayers. Because reason is these 7 branch prayers, a special method. Everyone can use, everyone can do, followed by according to our individual level capacity. You can focus like outer level or inner level secret levels offerings and the confessions, all different levels are there. So use that, and then you practice Yadam deity, receive the refuge vows, receive the bodhisattva vows, and meditate. Meditate shamatha vipassana. So then 7 branch prayer is more benefit, more powerful. When you engaging something, we have to use this 7 branch practice. It's a method, a special method. So we have to apply that 7 branch prayer, and then that bring the, of course, accumulation merit. Then the rest naturally for a time in accumulation of wisdom. I mean the non-conceptual state. This gathered the non-referential accumulation of wisdom. After that, you just look to your mind, resting, let go thoughts, be in the present, meditate. So then meditation also individual level, whatever you can. So you meditate. So that meditation is called the non-referential accumulation of wisdom. Then that called we create 2 different accumulation merit. Then meditate on the 4 immeasurable until they truly merge with your mind stream. So first cause is seeing the Guru is a teacher. The Guru is the Buddha. Second is we have to create accumulation merit. And no third one is meditate on the 4 measurable until they truly merge with your mind stream. So we have to cultivate, meditate these 4 measurables. A measurable love is the longing for all beings to have a happiness. So that's we already talked. A measurable compassion is the longing for all beings to be free from suffering. We already talked. A measurable empathic joy is the longing for all beings to be inseparable from happiness. So long as love meditation, compassion meditations, then this immeasurable empathic joy is there. So you also seeing, who has joy. We wishing them never separate the joy and happiness. For beings to be inseparable from happiness. So love meditation object is our heat-treated ones. The person we seeing is become love ones. Your love meditation is successful. Compassion meditation object is focus for the hospitals and someone suffering. Wishing them free from suffering. Truly arise, your mind, wishing them free from suffering, then your compassion is successful. And this empathic joy is longing for all beings to be inseparable from happiness. So you seeing our enemy has joy and happy, you really wishing them never separate the joy and the happiness. So that, you know, then your mind, you know, is truly, you know, made your mind strength. It's really that vision is truly arising in your mind. Then that is called empathic joy. So our hatred ones, enemies, who has joy perfect. So you really wishing them never separate that joy and happy. Then that is called successful. It's arise that mind, strong wishing, truly wishing them happy, and then the meditation is successful. From happiness. Immeasurable economic is seeing all beings equally without any discrimination or bias. So then immeasurable economic is like everyone. So our loved ones, enemies, you know, hatred ones, stranger ones, or our relative friends, doesn't matter which nationality, country, or which kind of, you know, possessions, close to us or not close to us. Yeah, so beyond our, you know, like boundary. So that kind, you know, really strong wishing, truly your mind is arising in your mind economically, seeing same. So that is a measurable economic, is seeing all beings equally without any discrimination or bias. So that time then a measurable economic is arise, truly arise our mind. So that for measurable meditation is the hardest one. Long as you have four measurable meditate successful, we are relatively true the Bodhisattva become. Truly relatively true the Bodhisattva. So then you are really on the spiritual, truly spiritual path, spiritual path. So beginner, of course, like no possible, only wishing. This part is only wishing. Then you have to cultivate, meditate, take longer time. Meditate, then arise this, you know, meditate on the four measurable until they truly marry with your mind stream. Become, we are relative to the Bodhisattva. So until that, we have to practice. Then who has this four measurable practice? That is become Bodhisattva. That person is become relative to the Bodhisattva. So where is this Bodhicitta is come from? Bodhicitta is come from four measurables. Bodhicitta is come from taking refuge to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Bodhicitta is come from create accumulation, merit. Yeah, Bodhicitta is come from seeing our Guru is Buddha. So all these causes have to come together. Then we have become truly Bodhisattva. We can, who has this practice, that person is a Bodhisattva. Who has this practice, you know, then practicing, that practice is called Bodhicitta. So then which kind of person can practice this? We already talked, easygoing, who has naturally love, compassion for others. You know, that kind of person has opportunity, first cause, the first cause. Then who has that? That person use these four causes, arise bodhicitta. So then with the intention of going for refuge for the benefit of others, until reaching the state of Buddhahood, take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. So then with the intention of going for refuge, so that person who has that kind of mentally, of course, you know, or seeing the teachers, the Buddha, and who create accumulation merit and practice 4 measurables, that person then taking the vows, bodhicitta vow. Bodhicitta vow require is refuge vow. The refuge vow is causes, bodhicitta causes too. So when the intention of going for refuge for benefit of others until reach the state of Buddhahood, take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. So that person then take refuge to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. So then second is the mean phase of giving rise to bodhicitta. So that is the preparation, yeah, we already talked the preparation part, I think. Where is this bodhicitta? I think we have a preparation in the engaging couple different levels. As you see, is this bodhicitta cultivator has 3 phases. So 3 phases. Preliminary is finished. We finish preliminary as a bodhicitta as a cause. Now is a mean practice. And then concluding 2, 3. So this first 4 causes, now I see, you know, first I created this stage of meditation book. And after a couple of years after I wrote this Essence of Mahayana. So now I see this book is followed by Essence of Mahayana. This part of the bodhicitta sections. So that time I was thinking about going to create this Essence of Mahayana commentary. So when I created this stage of meditation book, I used this authentic teachings, most important ones. So I collected here. This is a treasure collection. So now I see, you know, look to the Essence of Mahayana, and it's look to in this stage of meditation. So this bodhicitta part is mostly come from this Essence of Mahayana. But Essence of Mahayana has more detail. So here also 4 different levels of causes. It's always come from Essence of Mahayana teaching. So the second is the mean practice, is the mean phase of giving rise to bodhicitta. This taking the actual commitments. So it's taking the vows, commitments. Vow that just as the Buddhas of the past first give rise to supreme bodhicitta, but in all the bodhisattva trainings and brought forth the benefit of sentient beings, in the same way are to give rise to supreme bodhicitta, and from my heart I shall practice the 3 training of the Buddhist path. So these prayers we chant every, you know, day, but not every day we chanting. Every day, daily prayer we have a bodhicitta, but more shorter than this. So we create a shorter one. The bodhicitta prayer has many different kind of prayers. This prayer is come from Shantideva's way of Bodhisattva. So usually our daily prayer has a refuge in the bodhicitta. Is Nagarjuna's prayer. That is created by Nagarjuna, and this one is created by the Shantideva in the way of Bodhisattva. So that kind of, you know, come from Nagarjuna, come from Shantideva, then all the lineage is the same become. Every lineage is using same refuge bodhicitta prayer. So some has like specifically only lineages chant, but not all the lineages chant the prayer. So in this one, and we daily prayer, refuge, bodhicitta, in the Buddha Dharma Sangha, so we chant every morning. And in this prayer, every lineage is same thing, chanting, because it come from Nagarjuna and Shantideva. So this is come from Shantideva in the way of Bodhisattva. So when who received the Bodhisattva vow, so have to chant this 3 times, like follow the, repeat, follow the teacher. And then who has a Bodhisattva vow, so we have to chant every day this one. You referred or like become, its vow is like broken or something, decreasing our Bodhisattva vows, it's loose Bodhisattva vows. You can you can take every day again. Same is referred. So unlimited referred. Okay, so we have like good shops in the coffee shops or some shops. You can refer the whole day, you long as you stay there. So like that. The bodhicitta is good, is like you can refer all the time. Use again and again. So bodhicitta vow is a Garchen Rinpoche always share, it's the same as the goal. Yeah, goal. You can create always different kind of ornaments. Your ornaments, I think. Different kind, you can create, because it's break and you can fix again. Break, you can fix again. So long as you know how to fix. Then Vinayana vow is hard. So only can fix 7 times again. So then after 7 times, you cannot fix again. Vinayana vows. Bodhicitta vows, all the time you can fix. So then Vinayana vow is debating, some says you can fix 7 times again, some says no 7 times. So only 1 time, that's it. It's the same, it's broken in the cup. This cup is broken, so you cannot fix again. That is the same as Vinayana vows. So if this is a cup, is a gold cup,
and
it's gold,
some painted pot,
then you can
see red,
change often.
orange.
Okay, so bodhicitta vow, so that's why we can refer, change, fix again. We can use this prayer. No, here, wow, that just as the Buddhas of the past, so we have to like thinking about the past Buddhas. Think about the Buddha Shakyamuni. You can think about the all spiritual teachers, like you have connections, and so that Bodhisattvas first give rise to supreme, bodhicitta. So then abide in all the Bodhisattvas, they follow the Bodhisattva practice, tenets, and through forth the benefit of all sentient beings. In the same way, I also follow them same way. So we can think about Buddha, Shakyamuni, Nagarjuna, Shantideva, all these spiritual teachers, and then thinking about like Telopa, Naropa, Marpalosa, Malarepa, all the lineage gurus. And also we can thinking about in the present teachers, like who you really see someone who has Bodhisattva, Bodhicitta, and bring that teachers in your mind. So then you think about same is I follow them. In the same way, I to give rise to supreme bodhicitta and from my heart. So I shall practice the 3 tenets of Buddha's path. So then I will practice the 3 tenets. 3 tenets is morality, it's morality, meditation, wisdom. So that's called 3 tenets of the Buddha's path. So I follow these 3 tenets: Buddha, previous Buddhas, past Buddhas, present Buddhas, future Buddhas. They follow same is like that. I also follow. So Buddha's path. Then we, take the vowels 3 times, chant that prayer, repeating, and then teacher says like, tab we have to say like so, and the teacher says this is a method, we have to say excellent, yeah, and we receive the vowels. Then third is the concluding. So this is a third. So third is when you receive the Bodhisattva vowels, so you are no more samsaric ordinary beings. You are part of the Buddha's citizen, become Bodhisattva's citizen. So same is like when we get a citizenship, exactly like that, Saramane. Yeah, citizen Saramane. This is a citizen, Buddha's citizen Saramane. Then when you get a citizenship, so same is like Buddha's citizenship of the Bodhisattva Vava Saramane. So understanding that no, your human birth has become meaningful. So no, you see my human body become reborn to human body. My human body is no useful, meaningful for my form body, meaningful. That no, your human birth has become meaningful. So someone is like thinking about in the person is stuck in the prisoner. So it's then whole life is wasting, no meaningful. If the person don't know how to meditate, if long as the person knows meditate, of course the meaningful something can do in the present, but generally just generally think about. And the prisoner who stuck in the prison is become they cannot do anything in the samsaric, these worldly things. It's temporarily is no meaningful. Actually, truly samsaric beings, life is no meaningful, but especially temporarily also, especially the prisoner's life is no meaningful. So that person is free from the prisoner and become, like good country, say, I give you citizenship, you come to my country, you are become my citizen, my country citizen. So you are free from the prisoner, also you get good country's citizenship. So then that person is become temporarily, that person's life is meaningful because you can have freedom, you can get, like some sort of, jobs, you can get food, you can get house, your just life is become changed. So that is like temporarily meaningful, think about. And this is like right now we're going to get a permanent meaningful. And some free from samsara. It's the same as like prisoners free from jail. So we are get Buddha's citizen. Now you have become become meaningful life, then we have become meaningful life. Now you have become a child of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. So we are same lineage, become same lineage. Buddha, Bodhisattvas lineage. We are part of the lineage. We are Buddha, Bodhisattva citizen. We get the citizenship. Thinking in this way, rejoice. We need to rejoice ourselves. Wow, that henceforth you were not surely or disgrace this flawless, noble family of the Bodhisattvas. So we have to get rejoice, happy. Then, of course, like you free from prisoner jail, then you don't want to go back to again. So now you really wanted to take care of your life correctly because you get good country citizen and you go follow good way, same like that. And now we become Buddha citizen. So our life for useful, meaningful. Henceforth, you were not surely or disgrace because Buddha Bodhisattva's, lineage and the citizen is like child of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, we are child of the Buddha, Bodhisattva, the lineage. So we have to follow same is the Buddha, Bodhisattvas path. We don't go to wrong direction. Hard to get, no, we receive that. So we have to maintain, follow the Buddha, Bodhisattva's footprint. So we don't destroy the Buddha, Bodhisattva's, path, lineage. The next part is where you beckon others to rejoice that you have formally taken your Bodhisattva vows. So now we, like example, we create a party. So when you get citizenship, you create a party like that, and you call all your loved ones. So who heard you get free from jail, you get good country citizenship, their loved ones wanted to hear that, rejoice, happy. So like that. So now we call everyone, all sentient beings. So example, now free from jail, you get good citizenship. Now you can help for your relatives, families, everyone. Now you say, I'm going to help you, everyone. You have a get that kind of power to help for others, long as you follow the Buddha, Bodhisattva's path. So you receive the Bodhisattva vow, and that's why where you beckon others to rejoice, because others have to rejoice that you have formally taken your Bodhisattva vows. You invite the waking beings above and all sentient beings to come and bear witness as you give rise to bodhicitta for the sake of all beings. So no calling, like party and inviting all the guests is Buddhas and other sentient beings for witness our arise bodhicitta, take the Bodhisattva vows. So main point, we say, I told the Bodhisattva vows, no, I'm going to benefit for everyone, all sentient beings. All sentient beings, our guests. All sentient beings, our guest, because we going to benefit for them. Here is where you encourage others to rejoice as well. So everyone, courage to rejoice, happy. So that is where it's like when you receive the Bodhisattva vows. So Bodhisattva vow has a cause and the main practice, Bodhisattva vow taking, and then third, conclusion. So we commitment, follow the Bodhisattva's path, and telling everyone, I'm going to help benefit everyone for you. So now we have more responsible for others who receive the Bodhisattva vows. Yeah, so now like this, a person who gives rise to the supreme bodhicitta must apply himself or herself to the path of the 6 perfections. So long as you receive Bodhisattva vows, then you cannot just go sleeping, right? And wasting time. So we have to think about what we're doing. We big promise, but we're not doing, right? Everybody say, they have a Bodhisattva vows. I want to receive Bodhisattva vows. Everyone happy and joy receive. That's also good, but you take big promise, no actions. So what are you going to do? What are we going to do? So we need actions. So now you say, I'm going to help all mother sentient beings, but all mother sentient beings are stuck in samsara suffering, but we are sleeping other side. Then that is incorrect, right? So we have to engaging. Bodhicitta must apply herself to the path of the 6 perfections. No engaging, we have to follow 6 parameters. paramita is Sanskrit, so perfection is English. Yeah. The first perfection is janarasti. To practice this, we learn to give up the object of our attachment and the clinging. Practice janarasti at the level we are able. So this section, janarasti, is just talking about the main point, what the benefit, janarasti. Essence of janarasti benefit. Not only say you have to give up, you have to do something, but benefit. What is the janarasti benefit for us? Why janarasti is so important? So we practice janarasti, then the antidote to our attachment and the clinging. So attachment, fixation is causes of samsara. So janarasti is the taking the path, spiritual path, Buddha's path. So janarasti is not antidote to our emotion, then the janarasti is we say perfection of janarasti. Sometimes, like of course, people giving things something, they have expectation, and so something, thinking about their own benefit strongly. So that kind is, we don't call janarasti, even you giving things something. So long as you have something agenda yourself. So you giving something that bring benefit to you in this life. So worldly people only thinking about the benefit in this life. They don't thinking about the future life. So then worldly people giving something, they're thinking about the benefit in this life, then that not antidote to attachment. Yeah. So janarasti means no agenda, ourself benefit in this life. So you have something own agenda, giving something for others. Agenda is like different kind of like benefit in this life. Then that janarasti, no merit. That is a worldly practice, not spiritual practice. So janarasti means like not thinking about your own benefit. Janarasti is just someone really need help and you give up. Even you need someone, you see someone really need, I'm okay, I don't need this. He or she really need, you give them, then that's called janarasti. So this time, like people give lots of money for politicians. That's it. We cannot say janarasti. Because they have agenda. Mostly people has agenda. If this person is a winner, then I can do something my benefit. That person not going to stop my way. So that's why they give up $10, looking $100 benefit. Yeah, so that is, we don't call the janarasti. Janarasti is called like you just give $1, give $1, not thinking about anything, like $2 come back, $3 come back again. So you see someone need food, give food. Someone just ask money, you think that person need money, just giving, not thinking about, oh, I did this something, good for me. You think just said maybe, okay, this is good for my merit, that's also okay. But not strongly like, use that money, I can make more money, I can use more other people something, then we cannot call janarasti. You think I'm giving something, this create my accumulation merit, that is okay, because you're thinking about no attachment, right? Not there. You know, it's you is thinking about future accumulation merit. So then jhana rasti is the when you giving things is the antidote to our attachment and clinging. So attachment, clinging to the object is obstacle for our liberation. If you want to become liberate to Buddha Amitabha Pure Line, example, use the power practice. Long as you have attachment, clinging to some object, your mind is not easy to liberate. If we get some really good power practitioners and come to right timing to do power for us, maybe that kind of person can help us, but otherwise really hard to liberate. And during the Buddha time also have many stories. So one monk, he passed away, he's very strongly attached to his begging bowl. So strongly attached to his begging bowl, fixation to clinging to that begging bowl. Then one day, in the begging bowl, inside there has a snake. So then some disciples bring the begging bowl to show the Buddha, what is this? What happened? So Buddha said, because when he passing that time, so strong attached to his begging bowl. And that's why he cannot liberate his mind himself. So now he reborn to snake due to the attachment. So that is like for teaching for us. Main important is like we don't have to think about what happened this month. Well, don't think about that. Think about ourselves. Okay, so you know the Buddha taught don't think about others' realizations. Think about where we are. Think about our own realization. So now we have to think about use that example. Oh, I cannot fixation too much in the object. I cannot attach too much in the object. So long as you can have the object, you can have 100 houses. You can have 100 cars. Some Bodhisattvas 100 wives. But there's no attachment, you know, then they're not stuck in samsara. So you can have, but important is problem is not you have attachment. Yeah. If not give up attachment, you giving up object also not much benefit. That's why attached to its object, you giving things that helps your mind become more real, helps your release your mind. And the jhana rasti is that's why introduced to the attachment. Then jhana rasti is must followed by perfection jhana rasti. Perfection jhana rasti is like seeing object is emptiness. Is you seeing object is emptiness, then your jhana rasti is become perfection of jhana rasti. Not only just jhana rasti, perfection of jhana rasti. Perfection means correct, 100% pure. Is you have to recognize yourself is emptiness and the object is emptiness, subject is emptiness. I mean the subject, object, action, three of them emptiness. Receiving, receiver, giver, giving, three of them no exist. So use this meditation, bring like kind of like you're thinking about no exist, emptiness, then you giving things has become true accumulation merit there, true accumulation merit. So then that is antidote to attachment. So we're giving something object and use this free from three spheres. The power of that, then you no longer attach to much object. Your mind is liberating. So long as your mind is liberating, when we die, even someone not drawing power, so you practice power yourself, you practice, meditate the Dharma, your mind can liberate. So that's why here, Janarasti is antidote attachment and clinging. Practice Janarasti at the level we are able. So it's followed by our individual level. Not always the same. So I just told you, free from three spheres. That is the highest level Janarasti. It's people who don't meditate, Vipassana, Mahamudra, is not possible to practice free from three spheres Janarasti. But we have our individual level, always have it, due to our individual level, have Janarasti. So long as you have a good heart giving, it's called Janarasti. Even you don't have realize emptiness, long as you have a good heart giving anything, is Janarasti, is antidote to attachment and clinging. So we can make offering to the three givers of refuge by mentally offering all things that belong to us as well as all that do not belong to us. So something belong to us, we can giving for others, we can offering to Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, charities, and who need. And then something we are not belong to us, still we can use for Janarasti. Every individual has, the level we are able to practice Janarasti. I heard the story, but I don't remember where this story come from. The story is told about like one extremely poor old woman. She talked with the Buddha, and the Buddha told her, you have to create accumulation merit. She said, I cannot do accumulation merit, Janarasti, because I don't have anything to giving for others. So Buddha said, yes, you always has. So smile on your face for when you see someone. That's also part of Janarasti. See, and saying like good words, so peacefully, haramani, loving words, also Janarasti. And then your body can, help for others, save others' life. Many different ways you can help for your body, protection others, also Janarasti. So that's all, many ways you can create Janarasti too. So that means each individual always has their individual level, can practice Janarasti. Everyone has opportunity. Long as we know how to do that. The problem is we don't know how to create our Janarasti, how to we practice morality, patience, meditation, these 6 parameters, we don't know how to do. Long as you know, always conviction is there. Everyone has conviction. So then see something is not belong to us. So this teaching is in the way of a Bodhisattva. Shantideva, he shared this part is beautifully. And Shantideva, he says, something not belong to us, you just bring in your mind, offering. So that means like we have so many things, beautiful object where we live. So long as you have mindful awareness, you can use all the object offerings. You can see the so many flowers. You can see beautiful forests, trees, waterfalls, lakes, beach, cities, beautiful cars, shops, malls, and food stores. So everywhere is offering object, everywhere. Then you can offer your mentally, your body, speech, mind, always there with you. So then when you can drink the cup of coffee, tea, drink anything, drink and eat everything, so you can offer. So that's all is create accumulation, marry, antidote to attachment, clinging. It's a special method there. So then jhana rasti also has a different kind, like individually. So just ordinary worldly people giving material object. Yeah, material object for giving for them, because people who don't know how to meditate, people who don't know practice yidam deities, people who don't know follow this teaching, then that jhana rasti is giving material object. And then, so people who know the dharma practice, the serving the dharma, serve the dharma centers, serve the sangha, doing things, like create teachings and many different ways, like promoting dharma. So that's all is jhana rasti, is second level jhana rasti, the dharma practitioners. Then protecting other beings' life, so the jhana rasti. Then also jhana rasti is called dharma teachings. So sharing the good information, benefit for others, that's all called part of the jhana rasti. Different levels we have to follow jhana rasti. So today also you have jhana rasti because your charm is jhana rasti. Your body, speech, mind is jhana rasti. And listening, teaching, cultivating. So it's jhana rasti is there. When you are come to join the teaching and practice the dharma, jhana rasti is always there. So you're giving too much time for practice the dharma, right? That's jhana rasti. Then we make offering to three jivas refuge by mentally offering all things that belong to us as well as all that do not belong to us. This serve as an antidote to perseverance and self-clinging. The spread of giving that is cultivated here constitutes jhana rasti, by which we giving to others without attachment. So then jhana rasti, see something not belong to us. Jigten Sunggun said, so visualize something not belong to us, bring to your mind, it is mine. Then you offer, so that is more, antidote to self-grasping. Something you see object and just say, oh yeah, I'm offering this Buddha. That it has good intention, but not that strongly affected your self-grasping. Car is in the dealership, you think, oh, these cars are going to offering Buddha, so you just mentally think that. It's good, but you have good mindfulness, but that not strongly affected your grasping. So then what do you have to do? That cars or think about it. It's mine. Okay, taking into your mind, mine, then offering, so giving up, that more strongly, directly antidote to your self-grasping. Yeah, so that's you have to think about. If something outside, if you not really think about yourself, but oh yeah, it's offering. So that really don't that much, you have feelings. So we know like the car is in dealership, natural disasters or something really affected the cars, it's damaging, going to destroy, happening big problems. You don't get hurt much, your mind. Yeah, the dealership get problems. Yeah, if your car is something like you take it yourself, yours, and then it's there affected that car, you get really hurt your mind, suffering. So see, car is the same, but you taking yourself or not, depending. See, as long as you take yourself, it's more suffering. And then you think that is others, you don't that much suffering. We see these natural disasters, flood, so many cars, houses damaging everywhere in the many different countries. We see that, but we think just feel bad, but not really kind of like affected your mind that much. So think about that house is our house. That car is like see the like 100 cars flowing the water just taking away. And thinking about that is my car. So then you really hurt yourself. That's the, you know, this flood take away the house, or this is my house, more suffering. You really pain then. So like that, you know, that is like negative follow like that strong. Self-grasping is so strong, bring the suffering. So now you wanted to do something for antidote or destroy your self-grasping. No, we bring this object is my positive, you know, positive, actually called positive antidote finding my, and then use offering. They're also more powerful than just you mentally offering all these cities, object, you know, flowers, thinking is not that strong feeling that bring your mind, and the offering is more strong. Okay, so that's where we can create generosity. This giving this cultivate here constitute generosity by which we giving to others without attachment. So then whatever we give, so without attachment. Cultivator constitutes generosity by which we give to others without attachment. Then this generosity is perfection of generosity. Main point is have to come from our mind. If you give up everything, you didn't have still mind giving, you know, giving to others without attachment. You don't have that. Your generosity is still not successful. So you make your house is empty, still you have attachment. Your generosity is still not perfection. Then what is perfection means? Your home is filled everything, but your mind is no longer attached to all this object. Someone said, I want this object, please take. So like that, you know, you have kind of a strong arise that, you know, kind of like mind stream. Then your generosity is called become perfection of generosity. So generosity perfection is you cannot the solve problem object. Generosity perfection is you solve your problem, your mind. So that's the Buddha Shakyamuni. He's become perfection of generosity. Why his perfection is his generosity? Because he solved his problem is his own mind. He didn't solve problem object. Still we have thirsty, hunger, poverty in the society. Cannot solve problem samsara. Perfection of generosity have to solve problem our own mind. So no longer attachment to the object. And then that's called perfection of generosity. So you follow by object, wow, then endless. No one can perfection of generosity get if you follow by object. Never end poverty in the world. You know, never ever end. So then without the perfection of generosity, no one can enlightenment. No one can enlightenment. Then you think about the perfection generosity is come from our own mind, not pondering its object. If you pondering its object, never ever end poverty and hungers, thirsty, never ever end. So the Buddha Shakyamuni, he is become perfection of generosity. Due to that, he is become opportune Zambala, we say, The reason is because his mind giving up everything already, no longer attachment. So that's why he is called perfection of jhana rasti. Oh, so time is gone. We can finish that today. Thank you, everyone. And we do the dedication first. (157) Lineage dedication prayer 157. Dorjen Chang, Telopa, Naropa, Marpa, Malarepa, Dharma Lord Gambopa, Pamutropa, and Lord Digompa. Please bestow upon us most auspicious blessing of all Kaju Lamas. By this virtue may I achieve omniscience, by defeating all enemies confusion. May all who traverse on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent precious mind, where it is unborn may it arise, where it is born may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray the Lama may have a good health. I pray the Lama may have a long life. I pray that your Dharma activities separate far and wide. I pray that I may not be separate from you. As Manjushri Vero realized automatic state and as did Samanta, but I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddhas who attain the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of the unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the invisible Sangha, order may the merit I shall bear fruit. By this virtue collected 3 times, by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the inner rule of virtue, may and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teaching of Guru Gompa Ranashri, who is omniscient, Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of the samsara. Thanks, everyone. No discussion. Anyone has questions?
Sitan.
Hi, Temple. Thanks for the teaching.
Okay, thanks. So I'm going to call him, okay, CTN.
I'm trying to ask a question, Temple. I used to give, but after having joined different Dharma groups, I realized that now I don't like to give. I don't want to have generosity towards other people anymore because I see that they are selfish. They are basically all the greed and the stupidity. So I realized I changed. I changed even after I joined the different Dharma groups, and I become like them. I become like a selfish person. It's not something that I'm proud of, but that's really how I became after I saw different people. What should I do? I lost my generosity if I have one to start off with.
Yeah, so that is to say you not really giving because you looking the result or what happened. Still your attachment there. And giving means like first, of course, you see something you really someone need help, you giving, and then you don't need to think about what happened that. So you looking to something, still your fixation is you not really giving up. And so I think that's the reason you maybe did some giving things for charities and something for others that using maybe wrong way. So that's why you could be lose your effort, generosity. But that is the obstacle. You can not only think about that, you know, someone's mistakes. So you can generosity, object is always there, many different kind of object. The Buddha said generosity is more easy than practice morality, more easy than patience, because always we have object of generosity. So you can giving generosity is, you know, according to what beings need, so many different ways. And So main important is generosity is must be introduced to our attachment, self-grasping. So if the, like giving generosity and the expectation, and then no exactly what I want not happening, then regret, and then no want to do anymore again. So that is the same as we giving generosity for the politicians. The big promise, we give money and then they don't do anything, and then you regret and upset. So that's exactly same is like that. That is become happening there, but you, long as Dharma practitioners, you have to dedicate for that, no regret, dedicate. So still you can that use generosity, mentally say, okay, I give already, whatever he did is just generosity and dedicate for that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Khenpo. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now Sir Iri Kendra. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm not sure about my microphone. Yeah, hi, Khenpo, and thank you for the teachings. My first time to talk to you. I wanted to ask about a couple of things. Maybe we only have time for one, so I'll ask about this one, and if we have more time, about another thing. I know each lineage, each Buddhist lineage has different ways to teach and different requirements, and different teachers have different requirements. So, I mean, maybe since this is a question about something from another lineage, really I should ask them, but they are not really very accessible to me. So, and it's something that I've been wondering about for a long time, about the bodhicitta vows. And I really got stuck. I was involved in, I think I had been doing Mahayana trainings for about 2 years. And then I just hit a wall when they said to us, okay, if you want to go to the next level, this is where we get the bodhicitta vows. And you can no longer think about yourself. They said it's the end of thinking about yourself. You cannot think about yourself at all. And I thought, wow, that was kind of the first time I heard anything about that, and I wasn't prepared. And I thought I had improved somewhat from the trainings. I had gotten a little less selfish, but now it was, no, you cannot think about yourself at all. And I'm very puzzled about that. I can't imagine that anybody would be completely never thinking about themselves. And so I'm just wondering what you have about that. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, so we cannot think about ourselves long as we take the Bodhisattva vows. I think that is a result.
Yeah,
so
that's what I thought.
Vows bring you to become you not thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think that's result? Yeah, they were saying to us, no, before you start, no, don't even start. If you are not at that level, is not time for you. so I was really
just some teachers like their recognize precious bodhicitta is like not that easy, like
yeah,
it's then create more precious. So you recognize, oh, I cannot, it's so hard. That is powerful. So you really want again that. You wishing that. So that is the course of method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe they are sort of
different teacher has a different method.
Yeah. So maybe that's like a method he is trying to inspire us to really
Yeah, you
get the
really want to
bodhicitta, you
inspire
think, huh?
you. Then you don't have to scared of that. Something you see the precious there, that oh, this is so precious. So you say, oh, I'm scared. Then you can't get the
Oh,
precious, right? So that
yeah,
precious is selflessness.
yeah,
That
I
is the
see.
precious one. So you're going to get that. Then you have to follow this or this, what we today think about the four causes of a bodhicitta. That practice that arise selflessness of person. Yeah,
Yeah,
arise bodhicitta.
okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
should
so
I,
that's why we have to take. That's the reason we have to take vows. If
yeah,
you have that, then you don't need vows. You already absolute truth the
yeah,
bodhisattva become.
right.
So
So,
absolute truth the bodhisattva we cannot take because it's come from your realization, own realization.
mhm, mhm.
So
So would you recommend I just continue?
Yes.
So would you recommend I just continue, be a little bit of a hypocrite and take the vows and just do my best?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
much ever you can do. Samsara is, is suffering. Life is short. We don't have much time to thinking. Just do.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, my
Much
God,
ever
I'm
you
waiting
get, you
2
get.
years to become
Yeah.
unselfish, and I improve a little bit, but it's not going to happen ever, you know. So, and can I ask one more thing about the Bodhisattva vows? You said you're saying that we have to have a kind of a easygoing personality.
Yeah,
I'm not.
that's why that person have the more.
What do you
control.
mean? What do you mean? What is that? What is that? Can you
Easy
give more
going,
detail?
like, not easy going for negative activity. Easy going is open mind, open heart for compassion, loving for others.
Okay.
Yes. Some easygoing also has a negative easygoing because some very easy to go shift to some negative friends influenced by. Oh, we go to fish. Yes, yes, we go to fish. Oh, we're going to hunt today. So I have a couple of guns. Come with me. Oh, yeah, I go with you. So that's it. That's easy going, but it's negative easy going.
Yeah.
No, that negative easy going. Follow the compassion. See, love, compassion,
okay.
easy going.
I got it. So it's really about compassion.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Melissa, please, Melissa.
Thank you, Rinpoche La. I have a question about my practice, but I also hope in asking this question that it benefits others. I'm very sick. I'm very disabled physically, and I have a condition that is not killing me, but I am in severe pain all the time, and it even wakes me up at night, so I can't always sleep through the night. And I have very bad shortness of breath, and I have fatigue. It's part of a medical condition. I'm very tired. I sleep maybe 12 or 14 hours a day. I also take care of myself. So even though I have this condition, I have to clean and cook and shop. That takes a long time. Even to shop, I have to keep sitting down to catch my breath. I was very blessed because I met the Dharma when I was young, in my 20s, and have met many extraordinary gurus like you. But at that time, I wasn't as serious. Now I am older. I'm very serious about Buddhism, but it's very, very hard for me to do formal practice. And teachers say, well, the best is to do a sadhana. If I am in severe pain, sometimes I just have to lie in bed and not move or distract myself. And so what do I do as a serious practitioner who can't always do formal practice. I mean, I pray that I'm sick. I pray that my pain, I'm bringing on the pain of sentient beings. I try to use Mahamudra practice to just give it space and rest in that. That's sometimes the easiest actually to do. But how can I progress along the path before I die if I can't always do formal practice?
Melissa, yeah. So I think you're going very, very good. Your practice, I think, is like benefiting you, and you're doing, all these different levels of practice, and you apply. So it's wonderful. Yeah, the most perform one is easiest for you. So Mahamudra is the most powerful. That meditation is easy for you. So you apply more that meditation.
I don't mean to say it's easy. Thank you, Rinpoche. I meant
Actually, that's true. Actually, really true. If you know how to do, but it's hard. It's balance to get in that nature. So if you really get into the nature balance, then it's, of course, it's most easy one too. Also more performed, more powerful, and more benefit. And that helps release the pain. That helps purify karma. So that is liberating ourselves, and that practice is a powerful benefit. So it's you're right. It's not, if long as you really knows how to be in the nature, it's an easy one. Too
I don't
easy,
find,
simple. That's why it's complicated for us.
I don't mean I find it easy. I find it's excellent meditation for pain because there's no
Yes.
solution. You just
Yes.
have to rest with it is the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So long as your mind is resting, the body also resting too. And then you're chanting and doing things is not easy. So you focus for more mind practice, not for physical practice and speech and physical. So body, speech is okay, but more focus for mentally practice, mind practice.
Okay. Thank you. And
When you
I
don't,
hope
even you cannot chant or this sadhana, just
Yeah.
mentally, mentally visualize, and then just mentally you can offering, mentally you can confession, mentally you can do all this like postations, all practice follow the mentally, visualize. Yes.
Thank you, Rinpoche. That's very precious advice. And I hope this benefits people who are younger than me. Don't waste your time.
Thank you, Melissa. And Rosi Lobu.
Hi, Rinpoche. Thank you for the teachings. Can you listen? Yes.
Yes.
Um,
I can hear.
Thank you. So 2 short questions. One is I had started the prostrations in the Nondro, but I had to stop because it got like too complicated with my work. So, but I had already advanced. So what do you have to do now? What do I have to do? Like start all over again, or can I just like retake it from where I stopped? What do you do when you have to stop?
So you can do where you stop, you can continue. And muchever you can do, like post station, you can do the 100 times, 1,000 times. Just muchever you can. Not require number you have to do today, like must done 1,000, not like that. So require not numbers, so you can do 100s, 50s, 200s, 500s, muchever you can keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Then you also like, it's physically hard to do post stations. You can go to Vajrasattva. So Vajrasattva is, you know, like more powerful confession or non-virtuous deeds. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And for when you are preparing for death, so it's good to memorize like the POA practice, so you can in a moment do it for yourself. Like when you were talking about dying in a sudden accident, like in Florida, like in these buildings, what practice do you do if you see like death coming so fast towards you? What do you need to be very familiarized with, or have to be having memorized something so that it's very easy to remember when something like you're not prepared, it's not like a long sickness, or even if it's a sickness, how do you prepare? What do you have to know? What do you have to have in your memory, like by heart? Know it by heart.
That's actually all these different practices benefit, because the same as when we're hungry, so also food is benefit, right? We cannot say only this food benefit, every single food benefit like that. So it's easy one is often all the time like visualize Buddha Amitabha, and then you know when you close eye effort to right away Buddha Amitabha, and something like your fears like Buddha Amitabha effort to you, like that you have to like visualize often one Yadam deity, create a very strong connection, not only chanting, you know, and visualize and arise devotion, strong connects. So then like suddenly something happen, you right away that Buddha is effort to your mind. So then you get accident, you get die something suddenly, so maybe that you no fear, you no scared, the Buddha is with you all the time. So that's the example is like Garjina Bochi, he shared when he was in Tibet, he get a car accident. So he's not thinking about any other thing like scared, fears, like he's thinking about the Tara, and that's it. So then, you know, no fears, there no that hurt. So like that, you know, someone who practice Yadam deity often all the time, connect, and then the whatever comes the right way fast till effort to the mind.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and of course, Mahamudra meditators, whatever they fears, this kind of injury, accident, problem comes right away into the nature. In the nature, no fears, no obstacles, no any of these things. Like body is gone, but your mind is liberated. So that's Mahamudra liberating, Yadam deity is liberating. Then all this Dharma different practice is benefit.
So if Green Tara comes to my mind in some moment, is that good?
Doesn't matter which Yadam deity, I cannot pick one specific for you, because which one you have more connection. So you have to practice meditate. That is always like effort to your mind right away.
Okay.
Then you have like that, so you can practice Amitabha, like same is that if you practice Green Tara, have a really strong connection when you become chant Amitabha. The Green Tara is Amitabha, white Tara, or that white Tara is, Green Tara is white Tara. So all Yadam deities become bring one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't have to move, oh, I want to do Amitabha or Chinreze, or what I have to do, or which is better. You cannot choice like that. It's the choice is like you, which is a connection. That's it.
Okay.
Already choice is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get it.
Then you can use that Yadam deity or connect with others, become one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Kempo.
You're welcome. Thank you. So looks like we finished the question answer. Thanks everyone. See you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Rinpoche,
Kempo.
Rinpoche.